Hey guys, welcome back to the Wholehearted Journey. My name is Meredith Hudson, and today we are with a very special guest. Her name is Alana.
That's me.
Or Coach Alana.
Coach
Alana in the house. And for those who actually have worked with Alana before are probably like super hyped up because she's an incredible coach. Alana was actually first a client of mine. She joined my program when I first launched my program. Do you remember when you joined, actually?
I think you were like a year in.
No, because you've been coaching with me for about like 3 years now.
That's true. I mean, yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, I think you were literally an OG.
I wasn't. Dang, I was an OG.
You were an OG. Okay, well, how were the meals back then?
Honestly, hey, the meals have changed a lot. I'll be honest, y'all got it good. Okay, let me say, y'all got it good. Honestly, I was surprised what I was eating. Like, it was good in a good way.
Yeah.
But now meals are pristine.
I mean, okay, so we were still in the building process. She first joined.
Give her grace.
Yeah. Because I actually still have so many people in my program that have been with us for like 4 years now.
Yeah.
They don't even need me anymore. They already hit their goal. They're maintaining. They're like living their best life, but they just...
we always need a coach. Everyone always needs a coach.
We do. Like, I want a coach.
I love having a coach. It makes me a better coach, I truly think. Like... Because I'm supposed to be able to focus on my goals too, so that I can help you continue to do that. Like,
and I think honestly, it's really just having someone like in your corner, like a support system.
Yeah,
you know,
and they help you in so many different areas, right? Like, I feel like everyone comes into coaching like, yeah, I'm gonna get my workouts and my nutrition, I'm gonna be good, and it's like, dang, I can like really work on my mindset and my routine and and then that transfers into every other area of your life, so that's a whole other
see, I don't know what wall I personally have up, but like, and even as a coach, I noticed myself struggling to even like hire a coach. And when I was on my weight loss journey, it didn't even come across my mind to hire a coach, like an in-person trainer, an online coach. And online coaches really weren't a thing, really.
Right.
But honestly, women who have lost a ton of weight and became a coach was not a thing.
Right.
It really wasn't.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing, is like when you have a coach, you want someone that you can trust and that's walked in that path with you. So that makes sense, like why you wouldn't have thought that.
Maybe.
But I also think too, like you not having a coach, like speaks to the resilience that you have and like why your program has become so amazing for women, because like you've built this from the ground up and like truly learned every step you needed to from your journey. Yeah. Like, and that's why people love you and relate to you. So,
okay.
But honestly though, like, and I would rather have a coach who's like built something for themselves and like shown they can persevere through it, because I know I'm going to go through a hard time. Yeah. So I want to make sure my coach has gone through that too.
Period. Like, you get the rough of the rough.
Yeah. And that doesn't mean you can't ever have a coach.
Yeah.
Like, you might one day.
Damn, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want one.
Yeah.
You know, it's like one of those things. It's like, I want a therapist too, but like,
well, we can get into all the things that we want.
Maybe I can get into it one actually.
Yeah. Hey, people offer that if you're listening. Let us know.
Yeah, let me know.
Therapist and coach.
I think what is really crazy about both me and Alana is that when we started our day one, there was no way in heck that we thought that we would be coaches.
Ain't no way.
No, are you kidding me?
Point blank period. You would have asked me that, I've been like,
no.
Thank you, next.
Bro.
I got other things to do. Like, huh? Me?
I didn't know, like, how to read a nutritional label. I didn't even...
What is that?
I know.
Who that?
Who is that, bro? For real. I'm like, I was so lost, but I think that is what's really cool about me and your story together, and why we really wanted to do this podcast was because I think me and Alana both have came from a place where we struggled with our weight our entire life and have battled the battle of implementing everything under the sun, every fad diet you can think of. I mean, did you do any, like, extremis of the extreme? What's your most extreme thing you've done?
Most extreme? I don't know if I ever did, like, a structured thing that was extreme. I think it was more, like, either restriction. Well, I don't say mostly, I think restriction was my biggest thing. I never followed, like, a keto or anything like that, or, like, something with a label. Yeah. But I would say just, like, the restriction piece of, like, well, this is how I'm going to have to do it. So
like, you cut out everything.
Yeah, I just didn't know better.
Were you scared of carbs?
I knew that they were bad for you, like in
like
culture
we
stigma.
Can do that. Yeah,
but I don't even think I was able to even stick to something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It did. Honestly, like, some people are like, oh, I could do that for 2 weeks. I'm like, I probably did that for 24 hours.
Yes.
You know, like...
You know what? That's not talked about because, like, when I think about all the journeys, when I talk about how I've done a million journeys in my life, I'm like, bro, most of those didn't even last a week.
Yeah.
Or, like, especially, like, past 40 days.
Yeah. I remember one time I ordered, like, fat loss pills or something that, like, the website was good. And I got them delivered to my house, and something in my gut, like, I didn't even take them. Because I was so scared of what would happen. Like, I wanted the change so bad, and I was willing to, like, do whatever, but then I was like, this doesn't feel right.
Honestly, I'm proud of you for that.
Girl, I'm proud of myself because I was in it. I was like, I ordered these full send.
And you didn't take one.
Garbage.
Yo, that's crazy.
I kind of crashed out.
I wish I could say that I would have done the same, but back then I would have been like, yes, please. No, but I think what is really cool about your story is, one, you know, Alana being a client of mine, working with her and seeing how drastically she changed. I'm talking about mentally, physically, emotionally. Like, this girl was like born again as just this whole new person. And it was so amazing. But one of my favorite parts about it was how she grew so much in love with health and fitness. It really did feel like I was coaching myself, basically. Like, she was like, man.
Our videos we would send each other unhinged. Like, I wish I could play those back because we just speak the same language. So it's just very much like, that's my sister.
Oh, for real. And so, like, when Alana expressed, like, hey, I am, you know, I got certified, I've been doing this and this and this, like, I would love to be a coach for your team, I was like, wait, I mean, we're literally the same person. Obviously, you would make an amazing coach, and so you went straight into it, went from client to, like, straight into coach, and it was really cool to see because Alana, like I said, has been coaching for me for, like, 3 years now and has been, like, a top coach for my program.
Like...
I can't even fathom what one decision can do. I can't even go there.
One decision, like, changed the game for me. I was so nervous as a client to sign up for the program. Mm-hmm. I was a little baby. I had never taken, like, any phone call with any program or anything. Aww. And I was like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I know I'm ready for change.
And now look at you. You're literally the person on the phone now.
Dude, I know. My mind is blown. Like, it's actually blown.
See, and that's what's super cool is that Alana wasn't just a client and then that became a coach, but now she is on top of that, wanting to even go deeper into the program. And she's super passionate about the people that are, before they even decide that they're in the program, she wants to, like, actually talk with them, answer their questions, like, be that first point of contact with them. It's so crazy. Like, think about that. Like, you were just the girl, like, it's not long ago.
Literally not long ago.
I mean, like a blink of the eye.
Yeah, like, time has gone fast when you look at it, like, numbers-wise, but, like, it was yesterday.
Yes.
And now I don't know how did time get? How did I get here? How did I get here?
Did you ever think that you would be on the other side of something like that?
No.
That's crazy.
But, like, knowing people are at that, like, one decision away mark, I'm like, you can do that. Like, my thing is I want to instill so much confidence in people. Like, you can make that one decision for yourself. Mm-hmm. Like, you're capable. Like, you have to step into your power, and it feels a little scary sometimes. Yeah. But, like, it is so worth it. Yeah. It's so worth it.
That's so crazy. When you teach yourself, like, what yes can do for you, like we were talking about earlier, how I have this, like, really weird thing that I like to do whatever I can in 24 hours. So if I have a crazy idea, no matter how big it is, I like to just make it happen in the next 24 hours. And so we were talking about, that's kind of just like what I do with my, like, every day. It's just insane. So we were talking about that, and it all stemmed from literally that one decision I made just from my weight loss journey. Like, that's where it starts. And it's so crazy knowing that that was my first time I ever taught myself that. It's like, hey, that was one decision in one moment. I acted on it within the 24 hours, and I never looked back.
Yeah, I mean, that's how she started her program.
Yeah,
it took 24 hours. Obviously, it took time to build and like develop, but like one single decision, she has a program that's changing thousands of women's lives. Yeah, like that's insane.
That's crazy.
But I think, I don't know.
That's why you got to be a yes girl. Like if I could tell anyone anything, I'm like, be a yes girl.
Yeah.
Like, literally say yes to yourself, no matter how scary it is, no matter how much you want to hold yourself back, no matter how much you are, like, fearful that you're going to fail again
100%.
or you don't feel like it's the right time. Like, you have to be a yes girl, because if not, everything is always going to be a no or I wish or what if.
And I've been talking a lot with clients recently about leading with action. Because a lot of times it is the I wish or, oh, this week I want to do this.
Yeah.
Take one, even if the action is like this small, take the action. Like, say yes and like commit to the one thing. And again, like, you didn't build the business overnight, but like it was one step at a time. And like, if you actually lead with that action instead of always just thought or a plan, you see the fruits of your labor, and then you get excited and you get momentum, and like that, I feel like is how true lasting change true lasting change happens in anything. Yeah.
I think like we're so used to saying, like, and being taught that we have to have the whole game plan. We have to visually see it. We have to know exactly every inch of like how it's going to happen, how it's going to work. And that's kind of like how I feel like I feel like everyone in a sense has been grown up in some shape or form to view every decision they make in that way.
But you want control.
Yeah.
And like, if you always want control over every little detail, like, you just got to take it of like, what can I control today?
Yes.
Like,
that's really what it is. Like, you have to be okay with it being a total like failure.
Yeah.
I don't think anything that you say yes to can ever be a waste of time. No matter how big of a failure it is, even if it's like financially something that you invested in and it didn't turn out that you wanted, there's a lesson learned at the end of the game. At the end of the day.
And that comes down to mindset too.
Yeah.
Like, are you going to fail and beat yourself up about it, or are you just going to be like, all right, cool, let me move on?
Yes.
Like, you have the opportunity. Like, that is you stepping into your power. Yeah. Of being like, yeah, I own my decision. Didn't work out, and now today's a new opportunity. Like, you have to have that mindset shift, and I think too, like, walking in blind faith is important sometimes. Like, when you trust yourself.
Yes. And like, I think even it really does come down to just like believing in yourself. But I know that that's really hard when you're not used to being that person. Like, you're not going to really believe in yourself. You are not going to really feel confident in it. You are going to be scared. You are going to be anxious, but like, you're choosing to say yes anyways. And it just takes you doing it one time. Yeah. And then after that, you're a totally different person.
Yeah. Because like, you build that trust in yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you build that, like, okay, I said yes to this and it worked out. I strengthen that trust.
Just like so many of our clients have left their own careers to do something else, not even like health related or coaching related, but just like left a career to start their own business. Like, it's like we've turned our clients into yes girls.
Dude, like, nothing makes me more happy than one of our clients just being boss babes in life.
Yes.
They're like, oh, I'm changing careers. Oh, I'm doing this.
Oh, I'm moving across like the country.
I got this degree, my certification. I'm like,
I'm going back to school.
Dude. And you know, they all get video messages of us like,
a lot of times they're getting messages like this.
She goes like this, and she posts. Anytime something's good, she's like, yeah.
But for real, because like, to me, the weight loss is like the smallest thing that a client achieves. I'm talking about, y'all, losing over 100 pounds is the smallest thing.
And I feel like people roll their eyes when they hear that.
I know.
And we say it often, but like, the non-scale victories, dog.
Dude. And it's because like, they think non-scale victories is, oh, my pants feels like better on me today, or I could run a little bit like longer than I did yesterday. And those are obviously still great.
Yeah.
Huge ones.
100%.
But like, it's the non-scale victories of, I had the courage to stand up in a business meeting and speak up for myself or share an idea.
Dude.
It's I'm going to go back to school.
Yes.
And, get my master's degree. It's, I'm going to, there's so many examples. Like, think of some examples that come off the top of your
mind. One that was recent was my friend, well, she is my friend. My clients are also my friends.
Literally.
One of my clients was like, yeah, there's a situationship that I've been kind of on and off in, and I just drew the boundary, and I was like, no, because I know that doesn't serve me. And I was like, period. We got like, but honestly, like, and she's like, in the past, like, I don't think I would have drew that boundary for myself. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, because you're putting people in your life that actually are going to support you in your goals. Like, boss, the freaking boss.
Yes.
Like, that just blows my mind. I don't know. I just love seeing those types of wins. I'm trying to think of other ones because there's so many good ones.
There's so many good ones. Like, it's so crazy because that's my personal favorite, like, part of like our job.
Yeah.
Is literally seeing women become their true selves.
Yeah.
And like finally get out of this like shell that they're like stuck in. Yeah. And they're so scared to just like fly out of and be like this beautiful like butterfly that they are. And it has nothing to do, and I think it's so many times people are like, oh, it's because she's lost weight and now she has the confidence. And it's like, it depends on the situation, of course, because I think that can also be true. Yeah. But for most of the time for us, like, yes, they're physically changing. Yes, they're growing in confidence, but they're growing in belief in themselves.
Yes.
Like, and because we focus more on the mental aspect of things, like your mental health, your mindset, the way that you stay so positive and loving to yourself. And in return, that's what nurtures those healthy habits. That's what helps you see those results. But that's how you find like true ultimate self-love.
Yes. And like two things with that is like the mental change becomes before the physical. Mm-hmm. Oh, like in most cases, I feel like. And that's like so beautiful to see. It's just so wild to see people like grow mentally and like step into that confidence. And every little milestone, you're like, I see this like butterfly. Yes. Like truly transforming. Yes. And it's just so cool. It's so exciting.
Yes, because when a client comes in, they have their questionnaire, right? Yeah. And then on their questionnaire, they're pouring their heart out and they're explaining like their current obstacles and like just where they're at in their life. And I think it's really cool as coaches, like we've worked with over 5,000 women. Yeah. And so we've seen a lot of these like same scenarios, but just in different ways with certain struggles and certain things that people are struggling with their like own identity. Yeah. But I think what is really cool is like we know the end story already. Like we already know, like we might not know the whole story of where it's going to lead them, but we know the path that they're actively going to walk on if they continue to obviously trust in us, trust in themselves most importantly, and stay with the program, which is what we do. Yeah. But I think it's really cool because we already see it. We already know it. Yeah. Now it's training their eyes to know it, their minds to believe it, their hearts to follow through with it. And then the day that they get to have that victory, it was like we were celebrating from the whole time. The whole time. Because we already knew. Yeah. But when and it's really cool because they have those like milestones throughout their journey where it's like they're starting to see what we're seeing and they're starting to feel what we've been feeling. Yes. And it's like, yes. And then they have their big grand finale where it just like, wow, I'm a completely different person. Like, this is like, I don't even feel the same. Like I'm not even at my goal weight yet, but yet my life is completely different.
Yes. Like when someone sends you a picture and is like, I haven't worn this dress in 10 years and I never thought I'd be able to put it on and I didn't see it till now. Yes. And it's like, dude, I saw it, but I'm so glad you see it too. Yes. And I feel like the best part about having a coach that I personally experienced is like when you don't have faith in yourself, they have faith in you. Mm-hmm. And they can see the vision for you. And I think that's like the best part is like they can pick you up when you're not seeing it or not feeling it. Because the reality is like we come in thinking like, oh, we're going to be perfect in our journey and every day is going to be like rainbows and butterflies. And I'm going to get to my goal right away. And like that is not reality always. Yeah. And it, most of the time never is reality and that's okay. But like, I don't know, I feel like all the learning that's done is why you get to that end goal and you sustain it.
Yeah, and see, but let's talk about, because what I really wanted to talk about was kind of what is very common for us to see. You know, we technically are kind of like holistic health coaches because we focus on everything from like what's going on in your personal life, what's going on, like, are you struggling with things like mentally, what is going on in your mindset, what from nutrition to workouts, like, we are like a life coach, we are a health coach, we are like everything else in between. And so we focus on all factors, not just here's your workouts, here's your, nutrition plan and so forth. And so what is so crazy is like nowadays still seeing people like grown women who are working out 5 days a week, eating 1,200 calories, like being put on 1,200 calories. And it's like, I would understand that if that was a girl who wasn't a coach, who didn't understand nutrition, because obviously we were pretty much all taught that. I had like 20 doctors tell me to eat 1,200 calories.
And some still be saying
that. They do be still saying that. But doctors don't have nutritional, they have like an 8-week course, and they will still tell you, like we've had multiple doctors in our program literally be like, they don't teach you anything about nutrition. Yeah. Because that's not technically their career. They're there for medicine, right? Like that's their field. You know, nutritionists have their thing, but even some nutritionists, bro.
Hey, you gotta be careful.
I mean, it depends if you're going to the older Joe. You know what I'm saying? If you're
careful who you put in your circle is important.
I will say. Mm-hmm. But coaches, like actual coaches, mostly men, still like putting women on 1,200 calories, telling them to weight train 5 days a week, don't miss, don't fall off, don't like literally if you eat one meal off, your whole progress is erased. Do this for 8 weeks straight.
No.
Are you kidding?
No.
How's that ever going to be sustainable? But one, it's not just sustainable, but bro, what kind of body recomp is that going to be? Because that ain't going to be no good body recomp. You're going to see the scale go down, and majority of that's going to be muscle.
And just no wonder people are so frustrated.
Yeah.
Like, they come to us, like, feeling like, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
And so, like, it makes sense because you've been led astray how many times, right? And that one doctor, that one nutritionist is not the only time that you've heard that.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know. I just feel like people come into our program and can be hesitant because of those experiences.
Yeah, because they've already done it like 4 or 5 different programs before and haven't seen any result.
Nobody wants to pay for more stuff.
I'm honestly shocked. I'm always so thankful when we actually have those women come in, which is a lot. It's like getting more and more and more so.
Yeah.
Because there's so many options out there now.
Yeah.
But so many people coming in and having those experiences and yet still giving us a try.
I'm so thankful.
I am too, bro.
And, like, hearing them, like, towards the end and being like, thank goodness I did this.
Oh, yeah, because it's completely different.
Yeah.
And it's hard to put into words the way that we coach, but that strictly, it just comes down to, because me and you both have been there.
Yeah.
Me and you both are highly, like, so well-rounded in overall women's health.
Yeah.
And that's just, like, what we focus on. And so I'm not saying we're the best there ever was, but like
You're
saying
you're pretty great.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like I just wanted to create a space and be a overall voice for women that were like me. Yeah. And I will do whatever I can. Yeah. Literally, I don't care. I sacrifice my health a lot to make sure I still make this like my mission, because this really is my mission. Is to make sure there's a space for someone like me to be heard, felt, and seen, who can actually lose weight and never have another day one again, who can literally spend the rest of my life actually enjoying it.
But never having another day one again is the most powerful thing.
Yeah.
Like, really telling yourself, I'm never starting over again.
Yeah.
Like,
and people battle with that.
They've been doing it for years.
I know. I guess for you, from someone that, you know, was a client, that was someone before started their journey, to becoming a coach and working with so many women, what do you feel like more people need to hear?
Confidence that they can do it and that they'll have the support along the way. I think that's like one of the biggest things is like people have come to these dead ends and then have no support, or even, you know, these coaches that they're hiring that are giving them blanket plans, like who's like helping them in those times where it does feel tough. And so I think just someone like encouraging them, like, you'll have the support that you need. Yeah. And you're capable. Yeah. Like I think we doubt ourselves so much because like there's been a lot of failure on a lot of our journeys. And you know, honestly, I think that's for a reason, because we have to learn how to sustain it, right? And so, like, I don't know, I feel like for me personally, finding your program, I finally found the tools to, like, do it forever. Aww. It's true. Like, it's so true. Bro. And, like, if I would have had my dream body 10 years ago, I wouldn't have known how to maintain it. Yeah. Like, cool, I would have had it for, 2 weeks, and then I'm like...
Well, see, that's what a lot of people do. I think they achieve this, like, one massive weight loss, or they have this, like, overall body that they achieve, and then they spend their entire life chasing that same body that was unrealistic for a reason, because maybe there was a certain diet that you did. And so you constantly fall into this same cycle of trying to do the same thing that you did then to accomplish it. Does that make sense? 100%. Like, and that was kind of me. Like, I think when I did the HCG diet and I lost 40 pounds in 50 pounds in 40 days, it was so miserable. Obviously, it was like insanely unhealthy, like max of the unhealthy. Like, I didn't even want to think about how much damage it really did. And I feel like I played cleanup on that still, even probably today, that I am still, you know, whatever. But it was like, I luckily just had this breaking point where I was like, I'm never going to diet again. I will never try to lose weight again until, sadly, I was forced to have to, because I actually became really unhealthy. I wasn't just overweight at this point. It was like I was actually facing like severe health conditions, and I couldn't escape the fact that I had to change anymore. And I think that forcefulness of like, it's no longer just about like losing weight and just being small now. It was like, I just want a life that I can actually live now, because now I'm not living. Like, my mom used to say that it was like you were like terminally ill. Go a day without being sick. You couldn't go a day without really being in severe pain, whether that be like physically, even mentally, but like even like chronic. I had headaches every single day for like a decade, bro. Like headaches, like severe migraines, to where there were so many events that I missed, so many moments that I like could have been living my life, but I was in pain. And so like, I think it was the biggest blessing, obviously, at the time, which it was horrible. But like, I think for me, it forced me to never try to do what I know has ultimately never worked like in a way that was sustainable for me. And I was like, I can't do another day one. Like, this has to be my last day one. It has to be. My why is to make sure that this is my last day one, bro. And to finally just like say yes to myself and not depend and need, you know, something to do it, whether that be, you know, a pill or a diet or whatever. Like, let me go through this like work. Let me actually look at my nutrition. Let me actually try. Let me actually work out and do it in a way that I actually enjoy, and go through all the scariness of not knowing what I was doing, and just like make it happen.
Yeah, it sounds like you honestly just kind of didn't give yourself the option to fail.
I didn't, bro.
You were like, like, and not only that, but I think like being willing to come from a perspective I want to learn.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's so important, of like being open-minded, of like, when I get data on my workouts were trash this week, like, I'm coming from a stance of like, how do I learn how to be better?
Well, yeah, because you have to, that's why I'm such a freak, and why me and you both are such freaks about our clients like learning. Like, I never ever want to just send a plan to someone and say, I want you to follow this meal plan until the day that you hit your goal. Like, no, girl. Like, we need to learn why this meal plan is important, what's in it. Why does your body respond well to it? Like, why is it that you can eat this and this and this and still lose weight? Why are your portions bigger? Like, why is this, like, you know, all working for me and it never has worked for you in the past? Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, explaining everything in actual detail to help people understand, like, the way that their body actually functions, and the way that their body needs to actually get to this place of feeling safe, basically, if you will, to lose weight. I know I've even seen videos of people like laughing at other like coaches for saying that same thing, like safe, and I don't, and it just comes out of context of like their lack of understanding of what is actually being meant in that statement. Because it's true. Like, safe means a calmer nervous system. Safe means that you're not chronically under eating anymore. Safe means that you're not like flip-flopping back and forth from under eating to overeating to under eating over. It's like, safe means consistency in what it is that you're giving your body, and actually you're nourishing it to where it can properly respond.
100%. And like, people really underestimate how important that is. And that, like, for me, was the biggest thing and the longest thing. Like, it took me a long time to learn that.
Yeah. And
finally, once that clicked for me, the rest, I can't even explain like how exponentially I was able to grow in that season of my journey. Once I started to really realize that, it took me a minute to understand and to also implement. Like, and it's also not just safe, like, physically, mentally is really important too. Like, those two intertwine so much. So I love that you talk about that, because I think that a lot of people don't understand how important that is.
They don't, and it just comes down to, I think, just all the mix of advice out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, even this video, like, someone could listen to this podcast and we're saying this one thing, and then listen to another podcast of some bodybuilder dude saying like, screw your mindset, you need to push through and you need to do this to make it happen. And it's like two polar different types of like advice and ways to go about things, and so it gets so confusing. So when I went about my weight loss journey, I literally did not listen to anybody. I didn't care what family member, what friend, who, what their thoughts were. Like, I had so many people tell me I was doing it wrong.
I was going to say, they all have something to say.
No.
You know they're waiting.
The more that someone tells you, well, I don't know if it depends on the situation, but I had so many people tell me I was doing it wrong. And it was like, in my head, I was like, watch me. And guess what? I didn't lose 1 single pound of muscle mass. I gained 7 pounds of muscle mass. I lost 120 pounds of body fat. Not scale weight. Body fat, bro.
And even when you see the results, they still have something to say.
They did. When I was 100 pounds down, people were still giving me advice basically saying I was doing it wrong. I'm like, please explain to me how, like, having a healthy, normal, balanced, like, diet where I'm not chronically under eating, where I'm not cutting out every food group. Like, people will tell me I was doing it wrong because I was eating high carb, or I was still eating bread, or that I was weight training and not doing cardio. And, like, or if I was on a vacation and I wasn't, like, chronically, like, freaking out at the fact that I'm, like, not eating perfect. Like, I cannot believe even the amount of times that people were telling me I was doing it wrong when it was so many green flags. I'm like, how could you ever look at a woman and say that to her and know that it's like she's actually doing something great? Yeah. This is screaming healthy. Yeah. And they'd be so triggered by that. That's wild work.
It is wild work.
We say with our clients though all the time.
Yeah.
Like from a boyfriend, from like a friend.
Family at holidays is a big one.
Family at holidays.
That's, yeah.
Like people, every time we get our clients in a place where it's like, dang, their body is like responding, like they're doing all these right things, they always tell us, like, it's so crazy that when it's like living proof, like right in front of them that's happening, that there's so many people from work, even like, just people work, just.
That blew my mind a little bit. I didn't realize like that culture can be tough.
People don't want to see you win.
No.
And like, I'm not saying that your family and your friends and people at work are against you, but like, and it has honestly nothing to do with you.
It has everything to do with them.
It has everything to do with them. It has nothing to do with you. That's why people are triggered. And that's why when you hit your goal, they're going to start asking you for advice. Because that's really what it was all along. Period.
Yeah.
Dang, we got some deep topics on this.
We went in there.
The funny thing is that we could talk about this all day long.
Oh yeah. I could keep it rolling.
I knew that I wanted to pull you out for this like podcast episode. I literally have been training Alana for her doing like basically calls for clients who are interested in the program, just to learn more about it, to create this like safe space. And she's flying back out tomorrow. So I was like, girl, it's literally like 11 o'clock at night. I'm like, can we do this podcast?
Of course we can. We're yes girls. Yes, we can.
We just put up a camera and say, you know what? Let's do it. Yeah. So I'm so happy.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And if you want to call, if you want to chat about the program.
Yeah. If you want to chat about the program with my girl with no pressure.
No, though.
You know, literally, that's what this whole weekend was about, was like, I don't want sales reps. I do not want sales reps. I just want to make a difference. So this whole weekend, literally, it was training them to not be a sales rep, not to add pressure, to literally create a space that is what?
Comfortable.
Safe.
Create.
My
brain stopped.
That was in class 3 today?
Enough.
Wait,
I've been training for 12 hours.
Safe. Create a space that's safe. Anyways, y'all, we are going to peace out and go to Betty Bed because we got to drive in the morning to Dallas, and I can't drive. Baby girl. I can't drive. Sorry.
I better buckle up a couple times.
Buckle up. We're gonna turn on some Alios, and we're gonna listen to her, and she's gonna preach us all the way to there, and then we're just there. So yeah, for
please don't let Meredith drive. Please take me on.
We're gonna pray. We're gonna let the Holy Spirit drive. Yeah. And so, anyways, we love y'all. Thank y'all for listening to us chitty chat. Bye.